The following broadcast of KUN1 Radio is brought to you by Winstonshire Cigars. Winstonshire Cigars, a smoke so fine, it can only be a Winstonshire. Good morning. This is KUN1 Radio, with your host, Jonn Merrill. Today's top story. In order to appease the public, a congressman from Breaking News, the Union wins in Gettysburg. On this day, July 3rd, in the year of 1863, the Union has successfully pushed the Confederate forces down further south. We can only hope this means a soon end for the war. Our sources have led us to believe that 23,040 Union casualties were reported, and as much as 25,000 Confederate losses. Following his colossal defeat, General Robert E. Lee retreated south. Should Union forces decide to follow him, the war may soon be over. Now it is time we introduce a new segment to our radio broadcast, Live on the Battlefield, with Marcus Fabenston. Marcus was on the front today, and here's what he had to say about the events taking place. John, I'm standing here on the... where Union troops are on Confederate troops. This shows the true courage of our troops as they... And that was Live on the Battlefield with Marcus Fabenston. And of course, as with all battles, the immediate area of Gettysburg is extremely ravaged. If you would like to help the locals rebuild their great city, applications are being accepted now. It has been found out that George Meade is the responsible general for defeating General Robert E. Lee, the strategist of the Confederate Army. Has Lee finally snapped? Are the Confederates succumbing to their fate? Unfortunately, I must say no. Although today may have been a turning point in the war, it is quite unlikely that it is soon to be over. You see, our colleagues at KCFD, or the Confederate News Station, seem to still feed propaganda towards their people. Due to said propaganda, and a belief that they are defending their own way of life, the Confederacy may not end anytime soon. We can only hope that our good President Abraham Lincoln will guide us through these tough times, and that we may one day be a unified country again. Alas, the great Battle of Gettysburg is finally over, after 3 days of fighting. It is estimated that 50,000 total people died in this battle. And through it all, Gettysburg remains the spitting image of the American people, resilient and willing to move on after such a tragic event were to occur. That wraps up our broadcast for this morning. Tune in tomorrow for our Independence Day broadcast. And for all of us here at KUN1 Radio, have a great morning, and tune in tonight for special reports with David Fox.